was saying they was talking crazy about Derrick Henry.
Who was talking crazy?
Everybody talking crazy.
Who talking crazy?
Everybody talking crazy.
Ain't nobody talking crazy. All right, welcome back. It's your boy D Bush here with my man Guap G's. Episode 2, competitive sports. Let's get straight into it. All right, Giants at Washington, man. I tried to tell this guy, man, Giants is not ready. Don't believe in Daniel Jones. Had a pretty good game, but he ain't got nothing to say because he already know Washington held it down. I ain't gonna lie, defense, I was a little bit disappointed, though, in Washington's defense. Daniel Jones was looking crazy. What you got?
Listen, man, they cheated us the whole time, guys. We came out there, our offensive line did a pretty good job. That's a game we're supposed to win. We had some mistakes, but at the same time, it's not our fault.
A lot of mistakes.
Offsides at the end of the game, you've seen exactly what happened.
It's coach's fault.
They missed the field goal, then they kick it again. Of course, we're gonna lose at that point. Come on now, guys.
Bad coaching.
In my mind, we 1-1. That's all I care about.
Yeah, your mind. All right, you see what the standards say. It don't matter.
Hey, they cheating.
You're
they cheating.
0-2. Your head coach supposed to be a special teams coach. He lost the game on special teams. Head coach fault. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Crazy.
Y'all 0-2. All right, let me see. Buffalo and Miami. Buffalo just smashed Miami. They moved to 1-1. Miami dropped down to 1-1. Tua hurt. Anything on that one real quick?
Wipe out. They cleaned them boys up. I don't even think they got on the board.
No, 35-0. Pretty bad. San Fran defeats Philadelphia. San Fran 2-0. San Fran defense is looking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Defense looking crazy.
Yeah, too bad you ain't have San Fran in that one. You picked the Philadelphia Eagles trying to
I
be with your mama.
I did pick Philly.
You did. Own up to your mistakes.
They was the home team. You know, the defense didn't play too bad, but, man, San Fran defense is legit, man. I give it that.
I like it.
All right, let's talk about Kansas City and Baltimore Sunday night. What you got on that?
That was a crazy game. I watched that whole game. We both had Kansas City. I did not believe that Baltimore would pull it out, especially two early interceptions. Like, 2 early interceptions from Lamar Jackson. I was like, wow, what are we going to do here? Came back and got that victory.
My thing is, let's give Lamar Jackson his credit.
Listen.
It's been a lot of First of all, he playing with almost straight backups on defense. Like everybody, Baltimore's whole secondary is just gone. It's gone. For him to come out and beat Kansas City, man, that's big time. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Kansas City defense, though, because it's not looking too good.
We knew they were bad. That's how it's always been. Honestly, their offense, Patrick Mahomes, I think he getting a little bit too cocky. He came down there, that interception really hurt. He thought he was going to be able to get it back on that last drive. Seeing what happened.
Kansas City offense almost have to be perfect just to win the game. That's how bad their defense is.
I mean, they put up over 30. You're supposed to win those type of games. But like you said, defense just that terrible.
Yeah. All right, let's go Atlanta and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay smashes Atlanta. Atlanta is pretty bad. Anything on that?
Nothing to say. Terrible.
Nothing to say on that one. Detroit and Green Bay. I think I predicted Aaron Rodgers throw for 4 touchdowns. I believe I was right on the money in that. They moved 1-1. Still worried about Green Bay defense a little bit. But
Green Bay defense not going to help them boys. They're going to have to outscore everybody. So it's up to that man number 12, see what he's going to be able to do. On the opposite side of that, Jared Goff looked good early, guys. Like, I was actually looking at him like, okay. But then, typical Jared Goff after that. Holding on to the ball too long, making mistakes. So, I mean, at that point, what are we going to do?
All right, let's talk about Vegas. Pittsburgh, Vegas and Pittsburgh. He clapping and
I told y'all last week I wasn't confident. I told you last week I wasn't confident, and you saw what happened. Where has anyone seen Najee Harris? I think we got a milk carton in the back. I haven't seen this man all year. He might still be out of Alabama. He over there? Nick Saban?
One thing first. First thing first. Games like this is the reason why I hated Mike Tomlin early in his career.
Oh God, here we go.
Because we always win the Buffalo games, but then the next week we're not prepared to beat a Las Vegas team. Now don't get me wrong, Las Vegas, they looking okay. I'm not buying, the hype. Steven, they saying they top 5. I ain't saying all of that, but they okay, pretty decent. I mean, I don't make excuses, but we did have like five starters that didn't finish the game.
Oh God, here we go.
Ain't no
here we go. Hey, last week it was we giving him a lifetime contract.
Oh, we good.
Then this week it turned to now we're dropping the ball. We getting too comfortable. Which one is it?
No, we're good.
Which one is it?
We're fine.
All right.
It's just we took a loss with 5 defensive starters missing. Mm-hmm. Now I will say, as far as the Najee Harris thing, our offensive line, that right tackle dude named Chucks, he needs to be cut today. He's just terrible. He got bullied by Max Crosby all day, all game long. He needs to be cut, man. We still got some things to work on offensive line. They said Ben got a little pec injury. I don't know. It might be time for Superman to come through the city. It's Cam Newton.
Oh,
like,
for real?
Might be at time. Might be at time.
2 episodes in a row, he keep bringing up Cam Newton.
I'm
The man's
just
out of
saying,
work.
like,
He should be on here with us.
We're
The
in
man's out
last
of work
place.
2 times. He bringing him
Our
up.
rushing is in last place. You know who can help with that? Cam Newton can help with that running game.
All right.
And he can deliver the football. He can do the same thing Ben doing because we ain't really doing nothing crazy in the passing game. All right?
Really not.
So, I mean, that's enough of that. New England at the Jets. Let's talk about some rookie quarterbacks. Zach Wilson, man, he got the talent. I don't think everything around him. I don't know about the coaches. I don't know. They got dominated by New England. New England moves to 1-1. What you got to say about that one?
New England, they look solid against a bad team. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Of course, Bill Belichick gonna have those boys ready to play. So, seeing what happened. Sorry, Dad. I'm sorry y'all lost like that.
Denver at Jacksonville, another rookie quarterback, man. Denver defense. I told y'all, Denver, only thing they missing is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. They got the defense. Had Trevor Lawrence just looking like a clown out there. About 2-3 interceptions. Jacksonville go to 0-2. What you think about that game?
Denver defense looking very solid. I mean, outside of that, Teddy Bridgewater managed the game. That's what's gonna happen. Now we talking about Jacksonville on the opposite side of that. Trevor Lawrence doesn't look comfortable at all. So they had a full summer to prepare. I haven't seen anything that's been translating from Clemson into the league, and I'm just kind of concerned at this point. I don't know what they're gonna do going forward.
Surtain got his first pick. Nice little catch on the sideline. That was very nice. Let's talk about this Dallas and the Chargers. I'm going to let you lead off with this one.
Yeah. You seen my face last week when he said he was going with the Chargers. I hit him with the... Go ahead, play that back. Yeah. So exactly how I felt. The Cowboys came through. They're a good football team. I hate the Cowboys, honestly, but you can't take it away from them. You don't want to give them their credit where credit's due. But CeeDee Lamb... Amari Cooper, they did what they supposed to do. Still not seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing from Ezekiel Elliott. We have another segment later on. We're going to talk about him too.
Jerry Jones, money long. That's all I'm saying. Them calls Dallas was getting was crazy.
Oh, gosh.
I ain't never seen somebody get called for a second. He's still on his feet like that. Like he was able to throw that ball away, man. But like I said, Justin Herbert is still overrated, man. This dude had so many bad throws, and as far as like them picks, that pick he threw in the end zone, man, that was just bad. That was a game changer. You get 3 there, you win the game. His turnovers, his red zone ability, man, it's not there, man. He got the weapon, so he gonna put up the numbers, but I think he got 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Like you gonna get numbers. You got Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. You gonna get the numbers. That's not impressive. I'm talking about in the red zone. He need to make those plays, or at least don't make those mistakes and hurt your team.
But at the same time,
that's on Herbert.
The secondary for Cowboys is still suspect. So it was enough. They had enough to win that game.
I mean, he threw a ball to Trevon Diggs, made Trevon Diggs. I'm like, all right, that was a great play.
Come on, right? But he made that play.
But he was still beat a little bit. Now, if he lead him, he's good. But man, I don't know. That's Herbert. I ain't never been too big a fan of him. It is what it is, man. They took the L, whatever. Houston at Cleveland, man. Cleveland got the dub, 31-21. Any thoughts on that?
It was a good game. No real thoughts on that one. I felt like overall, Nick Chubb did what he does. Pretty solid game.
If Tyrod didn't get hurt, man, I think that would have been a nice ball game. After he got out, man, it was over after that. Let me see. Rams at Indy. Rams did what they had to do. They 2-0. I expect them to dominate a little bit more, but at the end of the day, man, getting a win on the road in NFL, that's all you can ask for.
So Rams look like they ran out of gas halfway through that game. They came out, punched them boys right in the mouth. They let Indy come all the way back, make it interesting, but at the same time, Matt Stafford looks great right now. Still spreading it around on offense. I don't know how they're going to be able to be stopped later on.
Leading up, time to talk about the game in the city. Famous James. That's the famous James I know. That's famous James that I know. Carolina, like I've been saying, we got a top 5 defense right now. We rank number 1. That's what we look right.
He said he was first overall pick. That's what he was looking like. That's what he said last week. Play the clip.
I said that's what he was looking like last week. I said that's last week.
Go ahead.
But what did I say this week? What did I say?
It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Who did I have?
You had him.
All right.
You had him. Yeah, he wasn't looking nothing like no first overall pick. Matter of fact, he looked like the guy that was out of work all last season.
I didn't say he was going to look like the number 1 pick.
That's what he's looking like.
I said last week he looked like the number 1 pick. Now, you trying to take my words and use them. Why you pick New Orleans?
I picked New Orleans because they looked like they was going to come out and pop these boys in the mouth. They didn't have nothing like that.
Because he looked like the number 1 pick last week, right?
So what's happening is They all what's happening is this really is a testament to how bad Green Bay's defense is. Green Bay defense is so bad. Green Bay defense so bad. They let this Jameis Winston, who didn't get nothing all game, literally, like he was seeing double or something out there. Let him come out here and play terrible, flat out terrible. Got nobody involved. Alvin Kamara didn't even get as much as he should have gotten. I mean, what are we supposed to do at that point? Okay. I made that judgment based off of what I saw. Testament to just how bad Green Bay's defense is. Remember, I said that.
Don't blame Green Bay. You got to blame yourself for not knowing Carolina's defense. We got Big Derrick Brown, Daquan Jones, Brian Burns, Hassan Reddick. That's top 5 D-line right there. That's top 5. Then I got my boy Shaq Thompson and Jermaine Carter. People don't know who that is. Those are ballers. Those two are ballers, and they ain't got to talk about the secondary. Jeremy Chin, top 5 safety. JC got his first pick yesterday. He top 10 already. I'm calling it now. Top 10 corner right now. We got the dub 2-0. Minnesota and Arizona. Ooh, this was a
shootout. Hey, shootout. Hey, listen. Minnesota came out there, was not about to lay down for those boys. It was a very entertaining game. Of course, Kyler Murray do what Kyler Murray does. Spread that pillow around. He looked very solid on offense. Now, defensively, what we going to do for Arizona?
So this is what I was about to say. Hear me out here. All right, hear me out. Arizona is like the poor version of Kansas City.
You might be right. Might be right.
If you can't get Patrick Mahomes, I'll take Kyler Murray. If I can't take the Kansas City offense, I'm going to take Arizona offense because we're going to score some points. And on defense, well, we don't know what defense is around there in Arizona. They ain't playing too much of defense. They ain't doing that. They had Minnesota, Kirk Cousins looking crazy. Like, they're so lucky they got that dub with that missed field goal at the end. But I'm telling you, they're the poor version of Kansas City. A whole lot of points. Ain't too much defense being played around them parks.
Yeah.
Next one, Tennessee and Seattle. This was crazy.
Crazy game as well. But my boy, King Henry. I said it last week. I'll say it again. They was selling on him. I'm not selling nothing. Came back single-handedly, brought the team back on his back along with Julio Jones. Julio Jones did his thing as well. But we talk about this fantasy matchup I had this week. I believe my boy gave me 44 points. And he defeated somebody called Double R Rough Riders.
All right,
you heard of them?
Yeah, all right.
Hey, who team is that?
So look,
who team is the Double R Rough Riders?
He did all that.
Fantasy. 2-0 in fantasy. I smashed this guy last week. You know what's up.
First of all, he won by 8 points, and that boy was sweating bullets last night.
Hey, I ain't sweating nothing.
Crazy.
Nothing.
That boy was sweating.
Hey, I look comfortable.
But 1 second, he picked Seattle to win the game, so I don't know why he's so hyped. Like, he picked Seattle. I picked Seattle too, so I don't even know why he's so hyped.
Hey, but I said King Henry was coming back, and I said I was still drinking the Kool-Aid in Tennessee.
Everybody knew.
And I said that though.
Everybody knew King Henry. We're not gonna stop King Henry.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
I'm just saying. I want my credit.
So if Kobe Bryant have a bad game, he come back and have another great one. Oh, I told you, it's Kobe.
No, they said what they were saying. They was talking crazy about Derrick Henry.
Who was talking crazy?
Everybody talking crazy.
Who talking crazy?
Everybody talking crazy.
Ain't nobody talking crazy about no
crazy.
King Henry. He the king for a reason.
Hey, king on my team.
What, man?
44.
Man, please, man. Everybody knew King Henry bounced back. Like, did you drop him on fantasy?
Of course not.
Exactly.
He only had about 8 points last week though.
Right. Cincinnati at Chicago, man. Last game of the week. I wanted to talk about my boy Justin Fields, man. He had a beautiful dime to Allen Robinson that he dropped, man. Without that one, his numbers was, I think, 6 for 13 for like 80 yards. But, man, we're going to talk about him next week as far as my predictions. But, man, he looked decent, man. He didn't look too great, but he didn't look bad. I mean, out of all the rookie quarterbacks, he probably looked the most comfortable. As far as, like, he had 1 interception, but he still came back out the next drive and sealed the game. I'm excited to see Justin Fields if Andy Dalton is not healthy.
And that was my next point. I don't know if they're going to be sold on what he put on tape for this week. He did have some promising moments, but at the same time, Andy Dalton looked like he's going to be back playing next week.
Yeah, now the Chicago defense made some big-time plays, man. They picked Burrow off like on back-to-back plays, man. Big-time plays.
All right, now we're about to get into what the street's talking about. We want to know, is Nick Chubb a top 5 running back?
Yes. Easily. I ain't going to say easily, but he's definitely top 5 in my eyes. I mean, no order right now. I got C-Mac, Derrick Henry, King Henry, yo boy, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara. Those are the top 4 to me. I don't know what order. I can do that later. We can talk about that. But those are top 4. And then at 5, I mean, you got to put Nick Chubb.
All right, so with that conversation, of course the top 4 is solidified. We got C-Mac, Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, and Dalvin Cook. That second tier, 5 through 10, that's when it gets a little murky, right? So we got our Ezekiel Elliott, Saquon Barkley's, and we got Nick Chubb.
Oh, time out. You said Zeke?
He's in that 5 to 10.
Zeke not even looking like the best running back on his team right now.
5 to 10.
Saquon Barkley can't stay healthy, and he ain't been doing nothing this week, this whole entire year. That's why you want to trade him off your fantasy team.
Yeah, he's staying.
Yeah, okay. And who else? Who else did you just say?
That was I only named 3.
I could say if you want to put anybody else in that conversation, I got Nick Chubb at 5. Then to me, man, I might put in. I mean, you could argue maybe Saquon went healthy.
So of course we're coming off Aaron Jones. He had a hot week this week.
Jones.
He's coming. He's in that conversation 5 through 10. So you telling me Ezekiel is not 5 through 10? He's not a second tier at least at this point.
Yeah, he's 5. Man, I ain't gonna say 5.
So
he's in that range, but he's not 5. He's not better than Nick Chubb.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay, here we go.
Still Saquon Barkley. Although our offensive line is looking like it is, we got to give him the ball.
Saquon gets hurt.
Are you taking? This is a question.
Who you taking? Saquon gets hurt. The Giants can trade for Chubb or Zeke. Who you want? If you can trade for Chubb or Zeke, who you want?
That's tough.
Ain't no tough. Who you want?
Tough.
Chubb or Zeke?
Chubb. So I'm gonna take Nick Chubb in that regard. But am I gonna take same question? Are you gonna take Saquon Barkley or Nick Chubb?
Nick Chubb, Saquon can't stay healthy.
That ain't the conversation.
You gonna take Saquon over Chubb?
Who's the better running back?
Who's the better running back?
Who's the better running back?
Chubb.
How? How is he the better running back?
The best ability is availability.
Oh my God!
If he's not available, how is he better?
All right.
How is he better if he's not available?
So you saying Nick Chubb top 5 easily? Where does that put?
I don't say easily, but he's top 5.
All right. So where does that put Saquon Barkley, Zeke Elliott, if he's in the 5?
I would. Saquon is right. Saquon, Josh Jacobs, and even a Joe Mixon because he's been doing good this year. But I would say at 6, Josh Jacobs and Saquon, somewhere right there.
Yeah. So he's 7. Is that what you're saying?
I say Saquon, then Josh Jacobs.
All right. So
Saquon
we got that 6.
Saquon 6, Jacobs 7.
All right. So my take always been I think Nick Chubb is anywhere between 5 and 7. Now that order I can't take Nick Chubb over Saquon Barkley. I can't take Nick Chubb over Saquon Barkley. Like I said.
So you don't have him top 5?
At 5, I don't have him top 5. At 5, I'm putting Saquon Barkley there. Then I'll put Nick Chubb, then Zeke Elliott. That's based off of talent. I'm not talking about availability. Of course, if we're talking about availability, that's a different circumstance. But talent-wise, Saquon Barkley is top 5. I don't care what nobody talks about.
First of all, stop being emotional because he played for your team.
Not emotional.
First of all, y'all New York fans, y'all do this all the time. Anytime somebody's on your team, they top 5, they the best in the world. As soon as he's off the team, he just whatever. Y'all don't even mention Odell no more. Don't even mention Odell no more.
I still love Odell.
Don't even mention Odell no more.
That's a lot.
Don't even mention Odell no more. Come on now.
That's a lot.
Y'all do this all the time. Let's be realistic. I'm a Pittsburgh fan, but I'm going to give Nick Chubb his due. The boy top 5. The boy good. You can't sit here and say, I would rather have Saquon than Nick Chubb right now.
Hey, talent-wise, you know who's more talented.
Talent-wise, yeah, but Nick Chubb just as good. And he's available.
He's just as good. If it comes down to fantasy, who's picking who, I'm picking Saquon Barkley over Nick Chubb.
Man,
and that's before the season even started. I had him. So exactly because I'm expecting predictions. I'm expecting Saquon Barkley to have a better season than Nick Chubb.
I'm talking about winning. Look at Nick Chubb. He's literally carrying his team to the playoffs.
Hey, he's doing a lot for that team. He's doing a lot for that team. He's doing a lot for that team. Like I said, and we had Jarvis Landry go down this week. But at the same time, we talking top 5, guys.
You're
top
5. You can't win the NFC East. It only takes 7 games, 6 games to win.
Hey, we have no offensive line. It's hard to do anything without an offensive line, and our play calling is terrible. We're basically handing the ball off to Daniel Jones on options. That's our best running game. We're trying to fake people out. Our play calling, Jason Garrett got to get it together. You take Saquon Barkley, put him on another team with an average offensive line, he's a 1,000-yard rusher easily.
The streets don't want to hear a bunch of excuses.
Hey, it ain't nothing.
The streets don't want to hear this and that about Jason Garrett, offensive coordinator.
Terrible.
If you top 5, you make plays.
Was the play calling good?
If you top 5, you gonna
was the play calling good?
No, it's boring.
Exactly.
I don't even use Kadarius Toney.
Don't.
But
Kenny Galladay not getting this.
Nick
hard to
Chubb
produce
was
an
making
offense.
plays with Freddie Kitchens as his head coach. Freddie Kitchens! And Nick Chubb was making Pro Bowlers.
All I'm saying
Do he have
is-
an excuse?
All I'm
No, he
saying
had
is
no
there's
excuse.
a direct correlation from Saquon Barkley's rookie season when he was getting them 1,000 yards in his second season to now. That's all I'm gonna say. And our play calling wasn't even that great at that point.
So he had 2 good seasons.
He only had one bad season.
This year is about to be number 2.
It ain't about to be a bad season.
So right now he's 50-50.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna see what the streets talking
50-50.
about. That's why we have to say.
And that's not top 5.
You got him at 6 though, right?
Got him at 6, but he's not better than
But
Chubb.
yeah, we got him. We're gonna see what's
He's
up.
at 6.
That's what the streets talking about.
Streets is talking about.
All right, let's get into these games for next week. We starting off on this Thursday with his Carolina Panthers at Texans.
Holding it down, top 5 defense. Davis Mills starting at quarterback. Tyrod Taylor's out. Houston has no chance. Houston, we have a problem.
It might be a problem. I'm not expecting Carolina to lose this one. I'm going to go Carolina as well. Moving into the second game, we got Arizona at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Sir, 2 young quarterbacks, man. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, Arizona, Kyler Murray. Like I said, I think Arizona, too much offense. D-Hop, go crazy. I'm loving the way Arizona putting up points on the board right now.
Yeah, I'm expecting Cardinals to have at least 2 wide receivers with 100 yards this week. I'm going Arizona Cardinals easily. Next game, we got Atlanta Falcons at my New York Giants. Of course, you know I'm riding with the Giants. We're going to get things back on track this week. I'm calling it now. 100 yards from Saquon Barkley. If he don't get 100 yards this week, he's not going to get 100 yards all season. Let's go.
So I'm going to say this was the toughest game for me. I ain't going to lie, man. This is almost a toss-up. But I'm going to go with the Giants, man. If they don't win, like I said, if they don't win this week, it's going to be looking rough. Get ready for the draft. Whoever loses, let's get ready for the draft.
Absolutely.
Go with the Giants, though.
So we got Lamar Jackson heading down to the D, take on the Detroit Lions. This is going to be a layup for that boy. We got Ravens winning easily.
Ravens headed to the D where they play no D. Ravens.
Then we moving into the Chicago Bears at the Cleveland Browns. Where we at?
Hey, I'm going with Chicago. Upset,
Oh!
baby. Hey, hold on.
Oh!
I'm really just pulling for Justin Fields. I expect Justin Fields to play this week. I expect him to start. So, you know, I'm riding down with Justin Fields.
Hey.
And I love their defense. Chicago run defense is not that bad. You shut Chicago run defense down. Shut down Cleveland run offense and Nick Chubb. Make him throw the ball. Jarvis Landry just got put on IR. Upset, baby. Chicago. Let's go.
Hey, this is a division. This is an emotional divisional pick right here. He doesn't want to pick the Browns. Of course, the Browns gonna get that done. He just got done telling you about how Nick Chubb looking.
Football's an emotional game.
So at this point, Nick Chubb gonna do what he does against that. Even though the Chicago Bears defense does look stout, I'm still expecting Nick Chubb to have a decent game. Prove that he's in that top 6 conversation. Moving into this next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. What we doing?
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh, man. As long as we get Joe Hayden back healthy, Devin Bush, we need him back. And, of course, we need T.J. Watt, man. Without T.J. Watt, we was not looking good last week. Hopefully he's back. I got Pittsburgh pulling it out.
I'm pulling Pittsburgh, too. They're going to probably big brother the Cincinnati Bengals on this one. Just a better team. You're going to have to show them why. We're moving into this Indianapolis Colts at Tennessee Titans. Where we at?
I'm going to go with King Henry. But if Carson Wentz play, I feel like this game is going to be a lot closer than people think. A lot closer. It's a divisional game, all right? Division games are always tricky. But we're right with the home team, Tennessee.
Of course, I'm riding with King Henry and Tennessee Titans. Hopefully they found something on offense. That second half looked completely different from the first half. So with that being said, Tennessee gets this win. Should be a competitive game, but I'm still expecting them to be in that 10-point range. Moving into this Los Angeles Chargers at Kansas City Chiefs. What we doing?
I got Kansas City, but, man, Kansas City defense is so bad. First of all, it's going to be probably like 31-34. But I got Kansas City pulling it out again. Patrick Mahomes with a rabbit out the hat. He going to pull it off.
Hey, that loss last week for Patty, he not having that. Project Pat gonna come back this week. He gonna handle his business. Of course, even though that front seven for the Chargers is pretty strong, it's not gonna matter. You're gonna get it out, get that ball out quickly. We're moving into this New Orleans Saints at the Patriots. What we doing?
I got New England, man. Bill Belichick, man. The way they play defense, I don't see them losing to New Orleans. They can't really throw the ball at all. You shut down the run game. Jameis Winston is not beating you. I got New England.
Yeah, after last week with the Carolina Panthers did to J-Bo, hey, I don't want to see that no more. So I'm going with the Patriots at this point. Let's go with the football team, Washington versus the Buffalo Bills. I'm riding with the Bills on this one. Jared Allen looked like he got things on track this week. I like what he's going to do.
Josh Allen, all right. New York, Buffalo. I'm going to go with Buffalo. You said Buffalo, New York?
It's way up there. It's way
I'm going to go with Josh Allen, man. Washington football team defense ain't what I've been expecting.
All right.
Buffalo.
Miami Dolphins at the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders on this one, even though I'm thinking it's going to be a kind of close game for some reason. I don't know. I get that feeling. How you feeling?
I don't know why you think it's going to be close because Miami can't score 10 points. Miami just can't score. I got the Raiders all day. I do like Miami's defense against the Raiders' offense, but, man, when you can't score and you're getting 3 and outs, by the second half, your defense will wear itself out. I got the Raiders wearing them down second half.
All right, so we got the New York Jets at the Denver Broncos. How we feeling about that one?
Denver, top 5 defense. Jets, they have no offense. They're just bad. They're just bad. I got Denver, easy.
I'm hoping we get some bright spots from Zach Wilson. We'll see how that goes. And I like Davis at wide receiver for the Jets, but unfortunately, we still rocking with.
Keep hoping on Zach Wilson. There's no way he should have been drafted ahead of Justin Fields or even Trey Lance.
Hey, look like Justin Fields might not get his opportunity anytime soon, but we'll see. All right, so moving into the Seattle Seahawks at Minnesota Vikings. I think this is going to be a very competitive game as well. But coming off that loss, Pete Carroll not going to be too happy. So I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks. You seen how Russell Wilson moved that ball last week.
I got Seattle, Russell Wilson about 350 yards, 350 yards passing. Minnesota secondary is just bad.
All right, so let's get into the big dog matchup.
Yeah.
This is where the big dogs reside.
Yeah.
We're talking about Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Los Angeles Rams. Where we at?
So, before the season started, without any bias, I said this, I'm going to say it again. In my eyes, there's no excuses for Matthew Stafford and the Rams. The Rams should go to the Super Bowl. They're the best team in the NFC to me. If they are, this is the game they must win. Beat the defending champions. I got the Rams. Let's go. I got the Rams.
You don't bet against Tom Brady, people. I'm riding with Tom Brady and that explosive offense. Although I do think the Rams are going to be a really good team, I'm not buying it this week. We're going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
To this matchup, in order for the Rams, it's pretty much all on Stafford, though, because we already know you can't really run on Tampa Bay. All right, that secondary for Tampa Bay is weak. Stafford, you got to beat him down the field.
All right, moving into this Green Bay Packers at San Francisco 49ers. I'm riding with the 49ers on this one.
What?
Yep, the defense going to be the answer. I still like Aaron Jones to have a decent game, but outside of that, I don't see them pulling it out.
I'm surprised at that because I got San Fran too. I thought I was gonna sneak this in. Like I said, San Fran defense is legit. I got San Fran defense, man. They running game is doing what they do. Deebo Samuel on my fantasy team is leading the league in receiving yards right now. So keep doing your thing, boy. She'll be going against Eric Stokes. Don't throw near Jair Alexander. Throw to everybody else. Look for King. That's what you need to look for. Kevin King. Look for him.
All right, so then we got last game of the week, Monday night. Philadelphia Eagles versus Cowboys, which is a division matchup. I'm going with the Cowboys on this one.
This might be me hating. I'm going to go with my boy Jalen Hurts.
Here we go again.
Jalen Hurts.
Every week.
Hey, Dallas, they love to throw the ball to CD Lamb or Amari Cooper. And I'm going to tell you, Philly secondary a little bit underrated. I'm telling you.
I like big play Slay. You know that's my boy.
Slay's a baller, and they got my boy Steven Nelson. All right, from the Steelers. They picked up Steve Nelson from the Steelers. That boy locks up too. Them two corners with their run D that they got. I got Jalen Hurts making just enough plays. Get the dub at the end.
Listen, people. You heard it here first. This man is an emotional football pick expert. All he does is go against teams he does not like. I'm telling you now.
Football is an emotional sport.
Monday night, we're going to come out here. Dallas going to get that win. I'll see y'all next Tuesday when we have this conversation again.
Peace.